I know exactly who you are. You're a game developer with some or no experience and you're looking for ways to get a job in the industry and start earning money. This video is the correct place to be. In this video, I will show you the exact steps you have to follow towards getting any type of job you have ever dreamed of, being freelancer, working in a studio, etc. Basically, I will save your time by compilating hundreds of videos out there and hundreds of hours trying out things. My name is Marco Paoletta and I am currently working at Voodoo, one of the leading mobile game dev companies, as an external studio. So you will be learning from somebody that has wide experience in game dev. Now let's start. Step 1. Become the best at it. Here comes the first question you have to ask yourself. Are you actually becoming the best? Are you actually good at what you're doing? Do you actually give your 100% every day? I'm sure you said no. So to help you with that, there are multiple ways. You have very many different paths you can follow. The first of all and probably the most known are free courses in YouTube. Actually, you can find a lot of information for free on YouTube or similar platforms, so it's not mandatory to actually start paying for some courses in other platforms. In fact, a lot of information that is in paid courses is already for free on YouTube, or not maybe the exact same piece of information, but probably if you search there a little bit, you will find a pretty similar course or pretty similar information that probably will do the exact same job as if you had paid a course. However, you should also consider the possibility of paying for a course because they provide you with a pretty structured learning pathway. They are much easier to follow. They are also slow paced. So of course there are a lot of advantages in these paid courses. However, maybe when you're starting out, you may think that you must have money to invest in your education, but that's not always the case. As I explained, there are plenty of things that you can take a look at in just YouTube for complete free. So don't let money be a constraint in you, because it isn't. Maybe you can start taking some free courses in YouTube, and then when you feel like it's time, you can start paying for some other courses in a lot of platforms. Basically, if you look for game development course on the internet, you will find a bunch of courses. The key point here is that the path that you follow doesn't really matter. The knowledge you get does. So it doesn't really matter if everything that you have learned is from YouTube, from Udemy, from a course that costs hundreds of dollars. The important thing here is that you learn something. Step number 2. Apply your skills in projects. Skills are in vain if they aren't demonstrated in projects. So as in the first step, you have to really become the best at what you are doing. You really have to showcase those skills and that knowledge that you have gained in spite of the path that you have chosen to follow. You have to really create projects based in your knowledge. Try to create quite simple games. They don't really have to be super complex. You don't really have to create the assets, because there are a bunch of asset library websites out there that will really make you create your games much faster. So don't really focus on creating your own assets, but firstly focus more on actually creating a pretty solid core gameplay and new core mechanics. With that said, you will actually start creating new things, new projects, showcasing the skills that you have gained in the previous step. Another key point here is that you actually start publishing these games in any platform. For example, I have a lot of games published in the Google Play Store, and what this will allow you to do is actually just share a link with somebody, and so that they will be able to actually take a look at what you have created. So for example, if you have some social media profile, your CV, your portfolio, etc., you're actually able to showcase, and people will be able to actually play your games. It isn't the same, of course. If you just post there a video of your game, it will be much better if actually the people can start playing them. Publishing in Google Play Store actually costs money, so let me show you an example, an alternative that will help you so much, where you will be able to publish your games for complete free. Basically, this platform is called itch.io, and as you can see, there are plenty of games that most of them are even indie games. Okay, so you can either publish your games here for money, or even they can be for complete free. The thing here again is that you have a link that you can share with literally anybody, and they will be able to start playing your games. Furthermore, if you start charging for your games, even some people may start downloading them. Step 3. Build your profile. Until here, you do have skills and you also do have some projects created, but who actually knows you? Who actually knows your creations? So here is when your CV and your portfolio will have such an important influence. how to actually create a good game developer CV, how to actually create a good portfolio CV has always been a pretty hot topic, and there are advantages and disadvantages on each way of creating these resources. However, let me show you how I created my CV, how I created my portfolio, so that you can have a better example of how it should be correctly created. So here is my CV. I really recommend you to create your CV in a platform such as Canva, because as you can see, you have a bunch of templates that you can use. So this will really make the process much more efficient and faster. So first of all, you should create some kind of banner or something like this with your profile links, your contact, your name, what you do, a photo of you, etc. Then an about me section that should be quite small, because then the most important thing will come right underneath it. So you don't really have to say here a lot of things, just very basic information such as how many years of experience you have, where you live, etc. Then right below that, your professional experience, in which companies you have worked, or if you haven't worked in a company, what you can do is just write indie game developer, the years of that, and the games that you have created. Here also comes what I told you about publishing your games, because here I have links to the Google Play Store that are my games on. So basically anybody can click on this download button and they will be redirected to the Play Store, so that not only will they be able to play it, to see it, but also to play it. And then here there's also more extra information, let's say, like the technical knowledge that I have, some certifications, the languages that I speak, and some testimonials. Now let's take a look at the portfolio, that maybe is a little bit more difficult than just creating a CV that is just a document, because here we have a complete web page. So again, you should have some kind of banner or introduction about yourself. Also here your about me section. I also have here a button to download my CV. In addition to this, the most important advantage about having a portfolio, I think, that is the fact that you can literally copy this link and showcase it anywhere you want, maybe in your biography of different social profiles, even in your games, etc. So, or even share this with some recruiters, so this will really help you a lot. Then again, the layout is quite similar. We have the professional experience, some testimonials, the certificates, my skills, and the relevant projects, okay? And then finally, I also have a contact me section. As you can see, it's quite similar and quite simple, just as the CV. In my case, I built this completely from scratch using web technologies, but there are a bunch of templates and other technologies and softwares that you can use for complete free, with that you will be able to use with a template. So you will be able to create all this literally from just a template. Maybe it won't have a lot of style or a bunch of different things. You are not gonna be able to modify it a lot, but it will still be much better than not having a portfolio. Step 4. Massively apply for jobs. Now that you have actually followed all the steps to become the best, and you started showcasing them both in your projects, and then you showcase those projects and games in your own CV and portfolio, you have to start applying for different jobs, because most times opportunities won't really knock at your door. You will have to go after them. There are lots of platforms that you can use in order to do this, but the probably most known platforms is just LinkedIn. So basically here you will have your profile, your different sections that you should completely fill out. And then the important thing here is that you have here a job section where you can actually, as you can see, search for the title, or you can even here look for some just posts. So you may be here to find, for example, Unity developer hiring, for example, and maybe some positions will appear. So yes, just start using these platforms, start taking advantage of them, because they are super effective. Then you may think that this is silly, but actually having a YouTube channel can give you so much advantages. First of all, not only because of the revenue that they may give you, but also because of the contacts that you may get here from YouTube. Because what happens, if you start posting things here about the games you create, you start teaching people how they can start creating their games, some sponsorships may come. Not only will they give you money, but maybe some contract work could be done, or they will just have your contact. So they are more willing to actually work with you, because you have actually built here a dozens of videos, you actually have a community, you have been talking in front of camera for a lot of time. So it really opens a world of possibilities to work in something related to social media, or if it isn't related to just social media for some kind of business, it can be completely related to game development, such as course instructor, course video creator for some specific YouTube company, etc. So really start creating some videos. You don't really have to be posting every day or every week. Maybe 3-4 videos monthly would be enough. But well, of course, the more that you post, the better. Step 5. Keep it up. Basically, keep learning, creating games and showing off everywhere you can, and keep everything updated. This means if you have created a new project or if you have taken a new course, you have to update your CV and your portfolio simultaneously. Having an outdated CV or portfolio will be completely in vain, so make sure that you have them completely updated. Also, as I was mentioning in the other point, you can post in LinkedIn about literally anything that you want, so you should probably there post about your progress or achievements that you may get. Again, if you, for example, get a job or you complete a course, you can just share there, hey there, I have completed this course. That will be enough to start maybe gaining traction in the algorithm, and you may reach to potential customers. Also, what you really have to know is that the journey never ends, so you really have to stick to learning something new every day, every week. There is always something that you can improve, or there is always something that you don't know that you should know. So don't think that because you have taken 2-3 courses and you create a couple of games, it is enough and you are ready to just start applying and only focusing on applying. Of course, it is super important to keep on applying, but it's also important that at the same time you apply, you improve your skills, your projects, your CV and your portfolio. Following these 5 steps I show you, it is most impossible that you don't get a job eventually. If you do all these 5 things correctly, it is just a matter of time, while you keep applying them, of course, that you get your first approval. So don't be discouraged if you didn't get it as fast as you thought, because you can be sure that you are doing everything that you can do to achieve it. So keep it up and see you in the next one. Bye bye.